Alright guys, so here it is, the iPhone XS Max. So the one thing I've noticed with all the unboxings on the XS Max is that each and every one seems to be of the gold version. So I haven't seen a single person unbox the Space Gray XS Max. So I feel like, yeah, I made a good move with not going with gold. And anyways, I don't like gold. I didn't think it looked cool. So here it is, iPhone, very similar packaging to all the other iPhones ever. But the one key difference I would love to show you right off the bat is, here's the iPhone X, and here is the iPhone XS Max. And one thing you will see right off the bat is Apple showcasing the notch here and Apple completely ignoring the notch here. I'm sure you guys have heard of this, but look at how they are showing off the equal chin and kind of just display gap overall, whereas on this one it was more focusing on the notch. So one thing that's very clear is that Apple hates that all these Chinese brands and all the other brands and every other brand has created a copycat notch, and they're kind of trying to move away from it. And it kind of gives me hope because it means that Apple doesn't like the notch either, and they will hopefully get rid of it sooner rather than later. Alright, so let me put this off to the side for a minute and let's look at the box. So very simple, very similar. So the one thing with a gold box that is different is that you get the lettering here and the Apple logos in gold instead of black. Now I'm not sure about the silver one. I have not had a chance to see that, but yeah, I'm not sure. Alright, so let's unbox this bad boy, and same as every year, you pull on this tab, and the phone, the plastic comes right off. So neat. I love how neat the plastic comes off, because what happens is I actually save this and I put it onto the box again, which is super cool. Alright, and then let's, I love this. It's embossed on, similar to the iPhone X box, and let's not waste any time and let me lift the box right up. Alright, designed in Apple by California. I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you guys here. Okay, and let's, alright, the paperwork is all your standard paperwork. Hello, the SIM card tool, your Apple warranty stuff, and the Apple sticker. So I am going to put this to the side, and let's look at the phone. Oh boy, this is heavy. This is the one thing I'm noticing right off the bat. So it looks very similar to my current iPhone X. Not very different at all. I mean, it is the same exact color, it's just a different size. So immediately, one thing I do notice is the weight. The iPhone X already is pretty heavy, so the XS Max is even heavier. And with a case and a tempered glass, it's going to be even heavier. So that's going to be a fun one. All right, let me put this to the side real quick, and let's look at the inside of the box. Very similar. I do want to showcase one of the key differences this time around with this one is, leave the adapters. I bought this in India, so that's why it has the Indian style pin. Now, on the iPhone XS Max, when I show you the earpods, whatever they call them, no adapter on the back. On the iPhone X, adapter on the back. So that is one thing that they kind of just, they got rid of it. Fine. I guess the logic was that, with the iPhone 7 and the iPhone X, they let people slowly get out of the groove with headphones, and then now they're just killing it completely. They don't want to give you an adapter. You buy it if you want one. And I think that it kind of forces people to, instead of spend $9 for an adapter that you probably will lose at some point, Apple kind of wants to push you into buying wireless, which I would say is, I mean, when you look at it, when you're talking about consumers, you're making it harder for them, you're making them spend more money, but in the end, I feel like going wireless is amazing and really should be considered by everyone. So looking at these phones, one of the key differences is right up here at the top, you have one more additional antenna band that you don't on the iPhone X. So that is there. The sides are very similar. At the bottom, so on the bottom as well, you see that the speakers are not equal anymore like they were on the 10, and there is one more antenna band at the bottom. So size-wise, pretty big. I mean, I don't know what I expected it to be very honest with you guys. I'm going to put this here for a second just to show you guys. I mean, they're not bad, but when you put them side by side, they don't look as if they're that different in size, but when you have them in your hand, they are pretty different. So let me put my iPhone 10 to the side and put this box to the side. So the one thing that everybody and their mother has been complaining about is the fact that the iPhone XS Max, even the XS, does not come with a fast charger in the box when fast charging is supported. I wholeheartedly agree with that criticism. I think that this is just Apple being Apple. They're not including it because why not? You buy it if you want it. That kind of strategy that it's always worked for them, and it's working consistently. So it turned on. I have no idea. I did not turn it on. So, oh, the display is amazing. I love this size. This is I saw it in the store, but now looking at it, sitting down in my own kind of space, it just feels so different. Comparing it to the iPhone 10, it just looks like a completely different thing. I mean, the camera's really not doing it justice, I promise you. Pick one up and just see for yourself. It is one big phone, so I like it. I think the best part of it is that the display is pretty big, but you still don't have the problems that you get with larger display phones when they get so big that they become unmanageable. This still seems to be a normal sized phone. You know, it's similar to the plus sized phones, so we've gotten used to it. And it's just, honestly, I don't have much more to say about the iPhone XS Max because it's not that different from the 10. It's just a S upgrade. But nonetheless, my excitement for it is not low. I really love iPhones. I buy the newest one every year. And it's just been that one thing that I always do. It doesn't matter how good or bad it is, how much I'm impressed by it or not. I get it. And this is the iPhone XS Max in 256 gig. And I did go for the space gray. I don't know if I told you guys, but I did not like the silver. I don't like the silver colored stainless steel band. Gold is just a color I don't like it at all. I don't know why, but the gold is a little bit just too much for me, especially the stainless steel part of it. I think it looks cool once or twice, but living with it on a daily basis, not that fun. I wouldn't like it too much. And one more thing that I did realize is that I'm going to use it in a case most of the time. So what's the point of getting a color, why worry about it? Just get the color that I feel most comfortable with, and the space gray is the one I'm most comfortable with. And I still really do like it. So my iPhone 10 is still, it's something I really like. So I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep the space gray color for one more year, and my Apple Watch is gonna be space gray as well. So that's gonna match over without any troubles. So stay tuned for more in-depth reviews and for the impressions and all that. I'm gonna do that in a separate video. I don't want to clutter this up into a very long video. I'm gonna try to keep it as short as possible. This was the iPhone XS Max, guys. I will be doing a lot more videos on it very soon, so if you haven't already and if you enjoyed the content, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel and followed me on social media. I have all the links down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.